It became clear from some reports that we commissioned that more space in the hospital was needed, but also an enhanced ability to deal with the emergencies that come in.
This hospital was built in 1958, and it was built according to the needs of the island at that time and the population base that we had in those days.
There really is only a few feet between each patient, and often we're asking people questions that can be a bit personal in the waiting room because there is no other space for it. So confidentiality is definitely something that we struggle with, even though we do our best.
One of the biggest challenges of our current emergency department is that there is very little space. Any patient who's been through our emerge has probably easily overheard parts of other people's conversations and noticed that we really have to kind of pick our way carefully through the department.
We are actually going to be given the space that we require so that we can provide better privacy, better confidentiality, certainly have our equipment set up so that our function and flow is much better. It'll be set up so that patients don't have multiple stops along the way, that it's one entrance and one stop, and they'll be directed to the care that they need.
It just makes our care a lot more efficient to have a setup that's been specially designed for what we are trying to do when we're taking care of our patients.
Describing some of the challenges to patients in our community about our emergency department, I don't think it takes very long for people to agree and recognize that we're in a pretty challenging spot initially with the size of the department.
And so the idea of, well, let's scrape enough money together to build this, build something different, emerged into the current plan for 4,500 square feet of emergency, kind of out here, in this upper car park, and connected, as it will be, to the main hospital. But emergency cases immediately hit the emergency department, and we'll free up space in the middle of the hospital, but mainly we won't be taking potentially contagion into the hospital. We'll be stopping it right there, right where it's needed, and there'll be more space. Well, you as a fellow islander will know the value of the Lady Minto Hospital, but it is 60 years old and needs an injection of this emergency department.
It takes a community to keep this hospital running.
And we depend on you, people with the ability to contribute, to stand up and come forward and say, sure, I'll have a piece of that because me and the rest of the islanders need it, and it embellishes the jewel that we've got.
We're creating a bigger space that can house more patients and have the flow of the emergency more effective. To me, seems like a pretty easy sell.
Islanders who came before built this hospital for us, and now we're extending it, expanding it, and making it ready for the next generation or two of islanders.